Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforLove.com and your love life transformation specialist. Have you ever been interested in a guy and you started pursuing him, and then ultimately you landed that guy? You started a relationship with that guy. And then soon after, maybe it was a couple of weeks, maybe it was a couple of months, maybe it was even a couple of years later, you realize he wasn't the guy that you really wanted, and then you regretted starting that relationship in the first place. Well, if that ever happened to you, I want you to pay close attention, because in today's video, you're going to learn how to identify if a guy is even worth pursuing before you get involved with him. Now, I also want you to pay close attention, because at the end of this video, I have a special gift for you. And that gift is a free guide to learn how to identify a guy who is not good relationship material before you even get started with him. So let's just get into it. I believe that there are 3 ways that you can identify if a guy is a good relationship partner and if he's relationship material before you get involved with him. So the first way is you want to ask questions. You'd be amazed at how many things you could uncover, how many things you could find out simply by asking questions. If you want to know where a guy is, what he's looking for, simply ask him some questions. Now, by asking the right questions, you will elicit a response. You will elicit answers from guys. And very often, those answers that you receive, the way he expresses himself, the things he says, will be a great indication if that guy is a good relationship partner. Now, that being said, I'll be the first to admit that guys know how to lie. Guys know how to tell women they want to hear. Tell women what they want to hear. So asking questions isn't the only way. I believe it's kind of the first step. It's the easiest thing to do. The second thing you want to do is you want to keep your eyes and ears open and your legs closed, especially in the beginning. See, if you keep your legs closed, that keeps you from getting your emotions involved, from letting your hormones take over, and that allows you to make clearer decisions, clearer choices, and helps and enables you to spot the red flags a lot easier. Because all you have to do is sit back and keep your eyes and ears open. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with women over the years who have said, you know what, when I met this guy, it was great in the beginning. He was this, he was that. And then we get back and we start asking questions and say, were there red flags? And she's like, yeah, there were. And then we say, well, why did you not honor those red flags? And very often it's like, well, you know what? I didn't want to see the red flags. Or you know what? I missed the red flags because I was so caught up in the excitement, so caught up in the chemistry, so caught up in the newness of how he was treating me that I didn't want to see those other parts. And that's okay. I don't think anything is ever a mistake if you learn from it. I call it an expensive learning lesson. But you have to understand this is what happens. As human beings, we're wired for this thing called love and connection. We're wired to be and connect with other individuals, especially in a romantic way. And so very often what happens is our emotions take over and it causes us to miss things, to make poor choices and decisions. So if you learn in the beginning to keep your eyes and ears open and your legs closed, it will make it so much easier to identify if a guy is worth pursuing and he's relationship material. Now that's the second way. Now the third way, and this is probably the most important, and honestly, you don't even need the other 2, but this is just another mechanism. It's another tool, another strategy. And this way is to simply pay attention to your feelings. See, I believe we're all built with this internal alarm system. Call it your gut instinct, call it your intuition, call it your higher self, call it divine intelligence, whatever you want to call it. There is this energy system built inside of us that's like an internal guidance system that lets us know when we're going down the right path, and it lets us know when we're going down the wrong path. And so if you simply pay attention to your feelings, this internal guidance system, it's going to be so much easier to identify if a guy is worth pursuing. Now, here's some clues. I'm going to give you some clues to identify and recognize when you're pursuing the wrong guy. Again, we talked about this internal guidance system. Well, there are 6 emotions that if you start experiencing on a regular, consistent basis are a telltale sign you're with the wrong guy. So these emotions are frustration, upset, sadness, anger, depression, and resentment. Okay, when you start experiencing frustration, upset, sadness, anger, depression, and resentment, all on a consistent basis, it's a telltale sign that something's not working for you. Now, my advice, if you experience those things on a regular basis and the guy isn't doing anything to show you that he wants to change or to be a better man, my philosophy is simply move on and find the guy so that you don't feel those things on a consistent basis. Because it's so important to realize that with the right guy and the right relationship, things happen so much easier, so much more naturally. There's a natural progression to a good, strong, healthy relationship where it's not forced. You don't have to try and make it work. It just happens naturally. So I want you to understand that there are two ways to make a relationship work. The hard way, which is what I call making a square peg fit in a round hole, or the easy, natural way, which is literally finding the right peg for the right hole, where it just fits naturally and easy. Now, it's your journey, and I respect your right to create whatever kind of relationship you want in your life. But with all the women that I've coached and worked with, our philosophy is always to simply find the right guy and enter the relationship with for the right reasons. And when you do that, it's just a much, much greater experience. So let's review. Okay, there are three ways to identify if a guy is worth pursuing. The first is you simply ask questions and then you listen to his answers. And if you're hearing something that says, no, this isn't the kind of guy I want to look for, that I'm looking for, no matter what he looks like, no matter what the chemistry is like, no matter anything else, your job is to walk away. So that's the first sign. The second is to simply keep your eyes and ears open. How does this guy show up consistently in your life? Does he have integrity? Does he treat you with respect? Does he treat you like a partner? Does he listen to you? Does he allow you to have an opinion? Does he honor your opinion? Or does he put you down? Does he try to control you? Is he manipulating? Is he lying? Does he not have integrity? Is he only interested in sex? Is he always try to impose his will on you? Okay, these are the things that you need to pay attention to. This is why you keep your eyes and ears open and legs closed. That's the second way. And the third is to simply pay attention to your feelings. Honor that internal guidance system, which is there to let you know when you're going down the right road and going down the wrong road. And I promise you, if you follow these three tips and you use them to your advantage, this whole dating thing will become much easier, because what you ultimately see is the guy is either the right guy or the wrong guy. So why make it more difficult than it needs to be? Now, that being said, I promised you a gift. Okay, I've written a special report. It's called The 5 Types of Emotionally Unavailable Guys. See, the guys out there who are not good relationship partners because they're emotionally unavailable, they show up in one of 5 types. So I've written a special report which describes these 5 types, because this information is valuable to you. Because you understand what a victim is, what a coward is, what a guy who's got unresolved emotional stuff, no matter how much you love him, no matter how much you're there for him, that he can never be the relationship partner that you're looking for. Even if he says that he loves you and wants to be with you, you're going to use this information to make your life easier so that you don't invest in the wrong guys for the wrong reasons. So it's my gift to you, simply for being a member of the GPS for Love community and watching this video. All you need to do is click on the link below. Now, that being said, if you like this video and you find it helpful, what I'd love for you to do is simply hit the like button below, share it with your friends and anyone you feel can benefit from it, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can receive the next video directly when we release it next week. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below this video. I read them all and respond as often as I can. And I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Much love.